Hello YouTube, it's Keith, Kevin, Ken. How you doing? Oh yeah, it's Saturday. Oh, what a beautiful day. Well, it's hot, but that's beautiful in its own way, right? Saturday, August 27th, 2016. I'm giving you the date because that's when I'm recording this. Also, hint, 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 we do this every single day. Every single day, Monday through Sunday. Monday through Friday, we do it before 11 o'clock. The weekends, we do it when I finally pull my chubby self off the couch, turn on the lights, turn off the air conditioning, decide I'm leaving, and then picking out my pocket dump, my stuff to fill my pockets up. That's what I'm trying to say. The stuff that fills my pockets up, throw it on the desk, and do this pocket dump deconstruction for you guys. So usually it's later in the afternoon, early evening. We're doing it at around 20 after 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, East Coast, USA. Hi, you guys. Let's talk about what I'm carrying. Look, I started with a bigger carry. I am not stuck on orange. I am not stuck on orange. This came about through some trial and error. I just didn't want to wear long pants. I don't care if I'm going to scare everybody in town. I don't care. I'm old enough. My legs have, character. That's what you guys put in your search machines, right? I want a beautiful woman with legs with character. Anyway, it's a small carry. We'll talk about the knife that got away. And of course, it's Saturday. Saturdays, I do this on purpose. I get all my Amazons, a lot of my Amazons delivered on Saturdays since I'm home. That means I made a trip down to the mailroom with the big knife. We'll show you the big knife as well. The guys loved this knife. They loved it. Loved it, loved it. Loved it. I love it because they dig my package out from everyone else's so they could call me down and check out the knives. We'll have another one tomorrow on Sunday when the Blue Apron box comes in. So let's do this. Today it's tag. Oh man, it's the Sebenza of the watch world. Haven't you heard that? Everyone's saying that. Everyone here on the Keith Kevin Ken channel is saying that. I'm saying it, okay? I really do love tag watches though, man. They're so sturdy. They're so wonderful. I like chronographs in general. Not because I have a lot of stuff to do. You could probably, I don't need the stopwatch. You can time my running with an hourglass. I don't need any of those things. What I need is the heftiness, the solid builtness of it all. I like it. I just like it. Plain and simple. I love that heft. The cigar today, I'll tell you, I really like the La Gloria. I like the La Gloria Cabana no matter where it's made from. But the Cuban ones, whew. I discovered the originals back in the 80s when everybody was trying to smoke cigars, the late 80s, early 90s. Mostly early 90s, I think. But man, oh man, oh man. I love this brand. It's hard to find the Cuban brand. I found them. Bought as many of them as I could to stuff the humidor. That's the La Gloria Cabana. I'm just going to savor that today. I really am. As I start with the first flask bit of my single malt scotch. Again, I'm going to do it real quick because we are getting new subscribers. Welcome all. Welcome new, kind of new, the older subscribers. Welcome all of you folks, about 65% of you who watch these but haven't hit that subscribe button yet. Did anyone tell you we're headed for 1,000 subscribers? And when we do, we're going to open up 3 Pelican cases and go through the history of Spyderco, pretty much. Yeah, I'm a Spyderco fanatic. So anyway, I start with the flask, even on the weekends. On the weekdays after work, it's just cool. People love getting a sip from the flask, so do I. On the weekend, I start with the flask, especially since I'm going out to meet some friends. But a lot of times, even during the weekday, I come back with a full flask. I still pour the flask in the glass. It's kind of my warning signal. As you get older, you know that you're not perfect and you got issues. Not huge issues, just issues. We all have them. And so what I do is I want to start with my flask, take it easy with the cigar, and then if I need to pour more, pour more. But at least it gives me a little time to go, you know, I'm feeling okay just with the flask. Truth is, 98% of the time I pour more. But still, it's a great system for me, okay? It's my system. Also, I found this cool flask in the UK over 20 years ago. Don't know the name of it. People have asked me about it. I think it's a perfect size. It just feels great. And I like using it too. That's the other reason. Oh, the coin. Let me give it some shade. The coin is, you know, one of those Chinese Lunar Year coins I tell you about. It's one of the flowers. It's from China. This one is the 2006 Chinese Year of the Dog. See that? Let's take the carry. I honestly didn't mean it to be an all Spyderco carry, but it ended up being it. I honestly didn't mean to use the Firefly again. That was my last choice when I decided to go smaller. And I was like, man, didn't I just do this on some videos? Then I went, I'm carrying it anyway. I feel good carrying this thing. It's small. And I wanted, so I know most of the time when I talk about Peter Carey, the knife maker, and his contributions to Spyderco, I usually bring both of these out. I don't think I've carried both of these at the same time. So let's talk about the carry first, and then we'll explain a little bit about Peter Carey, talk a little bit about, man, two knives that Spyderco has said they're releasing from Peter Carey later on this year. This year, 2016, so we'll have to see. The keychain knife is a nice small tag knife. It's the Spyderco collaboration between Serge Pachenko putting together his custom tag knives. They call them tag knives because they're just like a dog tag, the dimensions of a dog tag. You see the carbon fiber. It actually is on top of G10. These are slip joint knives. Neck knives, I always use them as keychain knives. You can just slip them anywhere. You can slip them in your purse or your wallet or your pocket. It's just a nice size, I think. This again is carbon fiber. They have three of them. Carbon fiber, a blacked out titanium one, and a titanium one that has green and blue and bluish anodization on it. Oh, this is nice though. They didn't skimp. You know, they really didn't. This 1.2 inch blade right here, S30V steel. Yeah, S30V steel. Just put your finger in the Spidey hole and it gives you as much lockup as you need, given that this is a small little keychain knife or medallion knife. I mean, you're not going to chop down a tree, okay? This isn't for a 2x4, but man, it gets a lot of use. It's really nice when you're talking about a keychain knife. It really is. It has this nice little guard to keep you from hurting yourself right there. It's just nice. Flips up. Sounds like it's locking up, doesn't it? But no, it is a slip joint. I like them. I like these knives. Small, perfect keychain knife. Perfect. You know, let's start out here. This was going to be my medium carry. This right, medium carry. Get it? Ha ha ha. No, I didn't mean that. This right here, it had to be one of the most anticipated knives a couple of years ago from Spyderco. This is the Rubicon. It is the Spyderco collaboration with Peter Carey, a wonderful custom knife maker. He loves orange highlights. They made a pivot that looks like his with the orange outline of this special pivot. They put orange backspacer that was carved out. You see right there, G10. Real carbon fiber. This real nice high class carbon fiber on titanium liners. It's 3D carbon fiber too. Can you see the curves in it? It feels so great in the hand. They even did a custom. It's a production knife, so a custom like clip as well to follow his custom clips. Man, this thing, people are so thrilled to get it. I'll tell you, I love this knife. It's not cheap, but man, it lived up, in my humble opinion, to all the hype. The blade, just a wonderful, thick, wonderful blade. The steel, S30V steel. And the Rubicon is a 3-inch blade, S30V steel, thick blade. Also has the Spyderco hole. You see how I opened it up without flipping it? But why would you do that? Unless you're not allowed to have flippers of this size in your community, and some places aren't, then, you know, if someone stops you, you can just open it up with the Spidey hole, I guess. Oh, man, I like it. Now, when it came out, man, that's the thing about high expectations, isn't it? You have these high expectations. I'm a big movie fanatic. Yeah, I've got a lot of DVDs because I'm that guy. I also have a lot of things from Apple. A lot of programs. I just love movies, right? And a lot of times to stream, I just have a bunch of them. A lot of time, though, I'm anticipating a movie so much. Everyone's talking about it. And when I see it, I go, huh, okay. A year later, I watch it go, you know, this was better than I thought. It's because the expectations were off of it. This had really high expectations. People didn't like it for a couple of reasons. I think the main reason was Spyderco released it with, and it's an expensive knife for Spyderco on that upper end. They, believe me, have had more expensive knives. But S30V steel, that's a great steel. People just expected like S90V at the time or something like that. Spyderco will be releasing the Rubicon 2 at some point. I don't know when they're going to release all these knives. I'm assuming they're waiting for September. I don't know. There's like 15, there's like 10 knives that they've announced but haven't released yet. The Rubicon 2, and of course everyone complained about how expensive the knife was. But I get it. It's a production knife. They had to retool to do all of this fancy schmancy work on these expensive materials. So there's a couple of things people didn't like. And, you know, first, the blade steel. They're not changing the blade steel. They're keeping it S30V. They are not going to have the fancy pivot. You know, you see that? The next one will just have like a regular Spyderco pivot. You know, a screw will be there for the pivot. It won't have the fancy schmancy, you know, 3D carbon fiber. It'll be it'll be carbon fiber on G10, and the backspacer will just be a smooth backspacer. And they even removed the clip. It's a regular Spyderco hourglass clip. They're doing that because the price is going to be really reasonable. So if you want a Peter Carey Rubicon 2, I'm going to get it because I like the variation. They're going to come with it. It'll be a lot less expensive. Yeah. I like the Rubicon. I do agree it is fatter. And that's why I you know, as a medium knife, which the size at 3 inches would make it for me, it's a large knife because of the bulk. So then I'm looking for a smaller knife that fits in a nice Chris Reeve sheath. and or just drops in the pocket. I went with the Firefly because I thought, hey, why not go Peter Carey, Peter Carey. This is Peter Carey's release this year. I love this release. It's the Firefly from Peter Carey. Yeah, he likes orange with carbon fiber, and you can see that here. This is just a nice, smooth orange. They have real carbon fiber for the bolster there. Again, they did a nice clip right here. A short kind of customized clip. Nice, huh? Firefly VG10 steel. They didn't want to make this too expensive for everyone. So it's a Peter Carey that's not too expensive. It's a small knife. 2.7 inches is the blade. Like I said, VG10 steel, but I really like this little blade. So I'm going Peter Carey, Peter Carey. Now, one thing you need to know about Peter Carey is, besides the Rubicon 2, Spyderco is looking at so they're going to release 2 new Peter Carey collaborations. It's going to be Rubicon 2 that I just told you, with all the bells and whistles pretty much taken off and a lot lower cost. And then, I guess maybe it's a deal with Peter Carey. Then they're blowing it out again with the Peter Carey Magnitude. The Magnitude, 1/2 inch bigger blade, 3.5 inch blade, another thick blade, still S30V steel, but it's going to have, again, 3D carbon fiber. It's going to have the same pivot except brown G10 around the pivot. It's going to have a brown backspacer, and it's going to have this clip. It's going to be a beast. I can't wait. If it's anything like this knife, but only bigger, man, I can't wait for that. So the Magnitude's coming in 2016. So is Peter Carey's Rubicon 2. And of course, I love my Firefly. I'm hoping by the end of this year to have 4 Peter Careys. So you're not done with Kevin and orange. Well, I guess with the Magnitude, it'll be brown. So you will be done with me. That is it. That's the Carey. I needed a small Carey, folks. I'm not stuck on orange. We're going to have a lot of different knives. And actually, I started with a different knife before I went here, but I just needed it smaller. I think that's a classic Carey, though. Carey, come on. Come on. Thumb it up if you enjoy this. I'll be taking pictures of this, posting it on Instagram at KeithKevinKen, probably in an hour or so. Come follow the feed at KeithKevinKen. I post a bunch of photos of all my knives and stuff. I just have some fun. So come follow it if you like knives. If you like knives, you need to be on Instagram anyway, because everybody's on it. I'm telling you, all the makers, all kinds of folks. But of course, I wasn't always going to have this small Carey. I was thinking about adding my Chris Reeve Sebenza 35, the carbon fiber Sebenza 35. Can you believe I said that? The later it gets in the day, the dumber I am, right? This, of course, is the Chris Reeve Sebenza 25. It's carbon fiber. It's a knifeart.com exclusive. You can only get them new from knifeart.com. And let me tell you, they're light. That's why I went for it. They are light. I got this. This is the 71st one that was made. They're just like every other Chris Reeve Sebenza 25, except instead of that tie on the show side, it's a slab of carbon fiber. Man, that lightens it up. Oh, I tell you, it really lightens it up. 3.6 inch blade. Yeah, it's S35VN because that's Chris Reeve. That's what he's going with these days. Oh, man, I really do like it. I do. Has a special bead. Oh, of course, all tie on the lock side with that integral lock. It has 2 studs. You can use your left hand on it. They do also sell left-handed ones, but I really like it. I was thinking this would be my Carey. But that Peter carry right there, that was going to be my medium with this. And then I went, you know what? Let's go smaller. And so instead of the Peter Carey Rubicon being the medium, I made it the large, added the Firefly. But man, I was thinking this. I love my family of Chris Shreve carbon fibers. The knifeart.com exclusives, the large and small Sebenza 21, the 25, and then of course the Blade HQ exclusive, where it's the carbon fiber inlay 25, large and small 21 as well. That's it, folks. That's the carry. That's the knife that got away. And hello to my little friend. This is my Brous Blades Division. This is a one-of-a-kind, a one-off from Jason Brous with blue C-Tech handles, that deep carry. Man, this is a beast. This is my satin D2 blade. Oh man, 4.4 inches D2 blade. I have all of Jason's older knives. I haven't done his recent ones in the last 2 years. I've got to catch up. I love Jason Brous, and I love the Division. Yeah, I picked up the baby Division. I picked up the little Division, and it makes sense because this thing is so huge with that 4.4 inch blade. But man, I love it. And with this blue C-Tech, it's so light. This is what I took down to the mailroom, and man, they're still talking about it. They love this one. They really did. There's usually 2 or 3 people, and you know what? It just so happens I have 3 of the Divisions. So I'm not wearing jeans outside. I put some on just so I could load up with all 3 of my Divisions. This, of course, is the acid stonewash. Oh man, they're so light, so big. Yes, they're EDC knives with that wonderful D2 steel, but they're big. If you like big knives, man, these are it. And did someone say tactical? I think so. Blacked out. Oh man, every time I pick these suckers up, I just feel so good. Carbon fiber. I believe Jason is now selling the mini Divisions with G10, so they're less expensive than these originals with the carbon fiber. But I just want you to show off. I have 2 mini Divisions. One is a one-of-a-kind as well with an aluminum handles. I just love these Divisions. But the biggies, look, the mini you can carry. You guys can carry these too. A lot of you love big knives. I just don't. But man, which begs the reason, I don't know. I think I do like them. People think I'm not practical because I always carry 3 knives. I don't care. I'm not here to be practical. I'm here to have fun and have bulging pockets of goodness. But man, these biggies, I love these things. And you know what? Here's weird. Don't tell anyone. They don't know I do YouTube downstairs. But let me tell you something. I look forward to Saturdays and Sundays just so I can pull out my big knives and take them downstairs, man. They really appreciate it. We talk about them. I like it. There you have it. Just a table full of knives because it's a Saturday. Hey, if you're going to enjoy yourself on a weekend, throw some knives on the table and talk to some friends. That's you guys. Thanks a lot for giving me so much of your time. I hope you guys are having a perfect day. Don't forget to thumb this up if you enjoy it, man. That just keeps me going. Love your thumbs. Thank you for all of the comments. Man, I'm so bad at getting back to you guys. I am. But I read the comments every single day. They show up on my phone. I read them. I really enjoy them. Thank you very much for that. Thanks for the new subscribers. Thanks for the old subscribers. We're making our way to Spyderco Palooza, right? Is that what I said? Yeah, Spyderco Palooza. That's where we go through all of my Spydercos And let me tell you, it's going to be like a history lesson for me too. I also collect old Spyderco catalogs, so I'm actually going to put them to use, trying to remember all the names of these things and dimensions. Hey, you guys have a perfect one. Man, I went way long. Really enjoy talking to you guys, obviously. Don't forget to thumb up and hit that subscribe button. Have a perfect day. Man, spend some time for yourself, okay? Goodbye.